Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice Gods Among Us video. And in this video we talk about the need for harder content. As you guys know, the level 40 Elite 5 Nightmare difficulty has been a standard for over 2 years now in patch, even before patch 2.0. So, what the Nightmare really is not. Now, I would really love to see Netherrealm actually put in a 4th difficulty, and if Netherrealm wants to beta test that, even though Raijinn is horrible about answering emails and replying, I would love to beta test a extreme difficulty, which does not reward a card. We could have it reward a gear, it could even give like a gold booster pack or something, kind of like the Suicide Squad rewards, but the final one would probably be like a challenge booster pack or something. But I would really love to see a 4th difficulty, and level 40 Elite 5 has no place in Injustice Gods Among Us being the hardest difficulty when now we have level 60 Elite X. And speaking of content, we also did not get any new battles. If you guys remember in Injustice Patch 2.0, they released the 7th page, and that page had some of the funnest fights. You got to deal with the boss Arkham Origins Batman that had like 290,000 health, and when gear was extremely hard to get, and really they didn't even have any of the 4-star gear available, well, the boss fights were actually pretty hard because the best gear you could get was the 3-star gear, and then you had to spend a ton of money just to evolve that, and back in the day, you really didn't have that. But this is obviously Bonus Battle 7, and let me just tell you, I went through the whole thing to get Jessica Cruz to level 50, and Injustice 2 Superman had no trouble doing any of the fights, not even the mirror match, and not even the Red Sun team by himself at level 50 Elite 7. So, what does that tell you? Now that we have level 60 Elite X, the only 2 ways that you can probably challenge yourself is in Survivor mode. I wonder if the shard rewards are going to be increased because there's a new promotion at level cap if you actually get 4 shards instead of 3, and if you possibly get more credits or gear. I haven't really tested that yet, as I'm probably about a week or 2 out from getting the upgrades for the Red Sun team. I have 2 upgrades for Superman, and I have 1 for Batman currently, and I also did a bronze card. We'll have to see what tonight brings us. But, as you guys can see here, Injustice 2 Superman could just wreck any fight within Bonus Battle 7, and this is before augments, and this is before level 60 Elite X. As you can see here, I have no augments on Injustice 2 Superman, but if you want to throw augments, it's one of the best cards to do it on. I personally like using the Red Sun team because I like having a trivial time in multiplayer. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on the Red Sun team now, and that's why I'm augmenting them before I augment everybody else, even though I can't really stand Survivor. That, along with multiplayer, which is probably going to take about a month, 2 months, 3 months to actually mature and give you level 60 Elite X players. Although Dylan has done some testing, and he's actually running some of those teams with the level 50 Elite 7 matchups. If you use Luchador Bane, you obviously get easier opponents because his stat line is a lot weaker. So you could get Injustice 2 Superman and deal with 2 lower statted characters now if you're running that. And, well, if you're not running the Red Sun team, Injustice 2 Superman is probably going to destroy you. So why do we need harder content in the game? It's very simple. I really think that Injustice doesn't have a very high budget, as they're probably focusing most of their resources on Injustice 2. But you know what, Netherrealm, you gave us new content with levels and promotions, and I'm sure that's going to keep people busy for quite a few weeks. But please consider in the next update actually adding another page, maybe 2 pages of battles, and something to actually challenge the people with maxed out cards and augments. Because, let's face it, when you have LexCorp gear, it's so easy to heal on special too, and with blocking gear, if you really want an extreme difficulty, we're talking characters that have like 1 million health. It's going to take stat lines like that, kind of like Survivor Wave 12, to actually be a challenge, especially with Raven swapping. But you want to make sure all the fights are not Raven swapping. So if you like this little idea for needing harder content, especially in the challenge mode, as well as single player battles, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice Gods Among Us videos playlists, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. And I think it's ridiculous the amount of laziness within Netherrealm, considering that Injustice Gods Among Us makes more money than Mortal Kombat X and has a much bigger player base. Please stop ignoring the fans and give us what we want. Have a wonderful day, kids.
Stop www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!